Hello everyone, today is Sunday evening, October 12th. Let's begin our traditional review for the upcoming week on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Last week was wild, but not for everyone. For those trading with leverage, it was brutal. Spot traders weathered the storm just fine. Take Atom, for example. Completely wiped out, down to $0.001 with no chance of recovery. Other coins dropped 50 to 80% in just minutes. So here's what I'd recommend. Trade spot only. Futures require professional level skill and strict stop losses. Better to set aside a separate account for that if you struggle with discipline. Let's move to the review. Bitcoin dropped about 17% this week. Nothing catastrophic, pure manipulation. Let's look at the monthly chart. We clearly tested the 102,000 level. That was support we broke through, then moved into a range. We've been in this range for 5 months now. On the weekly chart, we see a volume spike around attractive prices for buyers. We've returned to trading in this range. There's still no sign of aggressive selling on Bitcoin. Upside expectations remain. We're still in an ascending channel. If this drop had ended with a strong close lower, followed by consolidation and another impulse move, we could say the bull cycle is likely over. For now, just like a few months ago, I'm expecting a resolution of this large range. We've been trading within it since July, still holding a bullish bias because sellers are trying to push price down, but buyers are stepping in aggressively. We continue trading within this accumulation phase. So a final push is possible. We're still expecting our long-standing target zones of 130,000 to 150,000. We'll see how this resolves. On the daily chart, we have a resistance zone around 120,000 to 123,500. This is the first major resistance. Recovery is underway. The flip level is around 116,000 to 117,000. We've already broken through it in both directions, but we might still see some reaction at 117,000. The main level is around 123,000 to 123,500. That's another level where we could see resistance, a bounce, or even a liquidity run near the high around 126,200. Another false breakout and return to range. What other scenarios could play out? We could get a strong move right to the targets, marked by a strong high volume bar. But if that happens, you should fully close altcoin positions when there's a good move. If Bitcoin is still holding positions, we're at market highs. Key point, reduce positions, don't add more. If we fail to test the 117,000 or 123,000 levels soon, we might first reach 117,000 and then drop back to 108,000, which is a major strong support level. That's all for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, let's look at the monthly chart. The close is around 4,630. We still can't get past this level. We've hit it once, twice, 3 times. For now, 4,630 remains strong resistance. To move higher, we need to close the month above this level and hold above it. On the weekly chart, we've had this accumulation phase. Even during these manipulative dumps, they didn't manage to take out the liquidity around 3,350. But as I mentioned in the last review, I'm still maintaining upside expectations because we have an upward wave here and selling pressure remains weak. Again, we had a volume spike at favorable prices for buying, not selling. Selling hit a high here, but volume was lacking. For some reason, the big players didn't offload large positions at these favorable prices. So, no breakout happened here yet. Last week, we tested this dynamic support zone, and now we're testing it again, but with even higher volume. We saw a volume spike and a test. Buying came in at favorable prices. Now, volume is significantly higher, and the price is pushing back up. This could indirectly signal a potential continuation upward. But again, it's still roughly 50-50. We're still in this range. but with a slight bias toward longs because selling is still weak. There aren't any strong moves. So overall, the expectations are bullish, just like with Bitcoin. And I'm holding that view for Ethereum as well. But again, we're still stuck in a range, so it's too early to set target levels. More manipulation is possible. I've marked it 1, 2, 3 touches. The 4,000 level remains strong support for Ethereum for now. Let me clarify, my main expectation for Ethereum is still bullish, but keep in mind, if there's a strong move down that breaks and holds below this main support, below the dynamic level, taking out lows around 3,400 to 3,300, then the outlook could change. Then we could consider a deeper downward correction. That would also mean breaking this dynamic trend line. But for now, I see continuation as more likely. After all these manipulative shakeouts end, we could still see an upward move from here. That's it for now. Wishing you luck and great profits.